This is the Unshadowed Thought Podcast with James Hall. This podcast is dedicated to Michelle Goyevich, Ed White, Caitlin Treacle, and I Chan, and also all the others that have lost their life as a direct result of psychiatric harms.
Alright, this is day 6. It's feeling a lot like it did yesterday. I haven't gone out or anything. The literature I read on prolonged fast really emphasizes just resting. I know a lot of bed rest and stuff, which I'm kind of uncomfortable with. I like to be active. It's kind of how I look at keeping myself going and motivated, but I've often contemplated how me being uncomfortable with resting is a problem, something I need to be comfortable with. So if I've gotten sick or I needed to rest for a while, I've tried to really work on just being okay with that. That being said, I feel a little depressive today. So far, I woke up feeling good and positive, but as time moved on, I kind of got like slow, fatigued, sad. Not too serious on either front, but there's this part inside of me, I think. I just read, I've been rereading some of the books that I have that I posted on my first podcast, just the fasting podcast, not the audio journal. But in these books, there's supposed to be this vibrance that returns to you that you once had or that you gain, like where everything's like you're really positive and cheery and everything's awesome and you kind of have this brightness in your eyes and your skin and things really take a turnaround. And I think part of me, having been in rough shape for so long, just thinks that's not possible. I just I have hope for it, but my brain, which is a really the way I think is really critical. It's really functional. It's really pragmatic. That the part of my brain that I usually operate in, is 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 telling me it's not possible. I'm saying no matter how you cut it, you've been in rough shape for so long. There's no way you're coming out of this. Like just not eating and resting for a long time is not going to do what you need it to do. I am slowly losing my any hunger that I did have. I'm losing it. So I know I'm getting towards a real fasting state where you don't have any hunger. So that's interesting. I don't know. I know there's a process during this first period that you go through where things really suck. So I'm definitely in the middle of that. And on the positive side, last night when I slept, laying down has been problematic for me because my back's been hurting all of a sudden, even worse, kind of in a different area, slightly different area, and slightly in a different way. Last night when I went to sleep, it seemed a little bit better than the night before. I was actually able to weasel myself into certain positions where I could sleep. So my sleep was broken up, but it did go better than the night before last. So that's positive. I'm grateful for that. But I'm definitely feeling kind of down in the dumps today a little bit. And I'm curious, so for me, I associate, feeling better with being active and, doing some stuff to improve your mood and engaging people. But the people that are instructing on how to do the fast, it's kind of like, you need to have less activity. So I'm kind of conflicted on what to do, but I am gonna follow the advice and just relax and continue to and just work through kind of my negative feelings right now. But it's curious, and I certainly wanted to share it. Anybody that ends up going through this as well. I want them to know, what I'm going through, so I'm being very candid about it. Other than that, it's been kind of a typical morning. I'm just kind of going through my routine. See, I can talk about my routine a little bit. So I get up slowly, obviously, and then I, drink some water, talk to my family a little bit, and then I stretch. I do some leg stretches, do some arm stretches, I do some back stretches, and then I will ice and heat my back, try to improve that, massage my low back, and then I'll meditate. And from there, I've been reading while I'm, sitting on ice and heat. Like I'll read some of my stuff on fasting, and from there I have this list of things I wanted to do when I was fasting. So it's like art, small projects, different stuff like that. Just in the days leading up to my fast, I wrote a list of all the things I'd like to do when I'm fasting. Kind of low impact, low activity stuff, but stuff that stimulates your mind and keeps you going. So I'll kind of go through that list in the rest of the day. I'm going to go see a chiropractor today. I just thought it'd be good to kind of go in and see him and check my alignment and whatnot to make sure that's not inhibiting, my low back pain or anything. Make sure I'm lined up. So I'll do that. And that is all I have planned right now. So yeah, it's late morning right now. If something significant happens, I'll come back and add on to this one like I did yesterday, but yeah, we'll see. So day 6, still hanging in there, a little bit rough, but I expected that, so no surprises.